is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, and Jerry Keyser.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, January 28th, 2021. I still haven't changed my year on here. Oh, I suppose I should unmute Mr. Ron Miller. What's that?
I say, where's Jerry Keyser?
Well, I was getting to that. Jerry, he called me a little bit ago. He's got the kids tonight, so he didn't think it was going to work out too well for him. His schedule got messed up because of the snow and ice storm the other day.
Sure.
Which I didn't think was that bad. Would have been good for Millstream, maybe. Hangover race.
Yeah.
Or Sandusky. Anyway.
Well,
Scott Hammer here with you. Felix Fafufnik, otherwise known as Ron Miller, using his phone tonight.
The weather's looking okay for the Millstream race. You know, looking at the long-range forecast, it's going to be pretty chilly, and I believe that's what they need.
All right, well, we'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. We're coming at you live from the Hammer Down Racing Report home studios. The Hammer Down Racing Report is presented by... Don't worry, I'm getting there. There we go. Boom. Oakshade Raceway. Got to get our sponsors on there. Coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those places. Whatever, like us. Whatever the proper terminology is for whatever social medium you're on. Just go there. You can also go to hammerdownracingreport.com and get all the information you need to get connected with us in our old episodes. Tonight on the show, we'll be speaking with the 2020 USAC National Midget Rookie of the Year, who's just announced yesterday he's got a pretty big deal coming up. Buddy Kofoid, he's going to be running the Silver Crown series this year, and he's been good in everything. So excited to talk to him. We've had him on the show before a couple times. Fremont champion. We had him on a little bit before that too. So be interesting to talk to him, find out the rest of his plans, because I believe it's only the dirt races that he's running. Find out why he's not going to run the concrete. Maybe he's got something against the concrete.
Is he still in sunny California?
I'm not sure where he is. He was in Arizona. He's fresh off 2 wins out in Arizona. I believe he held off Donnie Schatz in one of those wins. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So, Wild Wing Shootout out there at Arizona Speedway. Before we get to all that, though, I want to thank our sponsors, of course, Oakshade Raceway. We're the fastest meet to race. And you may have seen there is a date on the schedule now for Oakshade Raceway. There's one date, July 17th, I believe it is, oakshaderaceway.com. Check it out. It's the birthday race, summer national race. Not going to be how it was in the past, and we'll talk about more about that as to why it's a little different as far as the summer nationals goes. The race will probably be the same, but not going to be crowning the Summer National Champion that night, and we'll talk about why that is. Real Geese Silhouette Decoys. Want to thank Craig Mintz again, helping us out, sponsoring with that. Most technologically advanced goose and duck decoys ever produced, and they're manufactured in the U.S. Check out realgeese.com or call 419-800-8100. Also, Millstream Speedway. That Hangover 2 race rescheduled for February 20th. Make sure to follow them on Twitter or Facebook, and you can find all that information right there, millstreamspeedway.net. Big D's Pizza in Clyde also. Want to thank them. We'll be giving away Big D's Pizza a little bit later for tonight's How Many. Check out the Big Nut Burger. I think they still have that going on. I should probably talk to Dean, make sure he's still got the Big Nut Burger, because that was an OSU thing. That was Big Nut guy. If you're a Buckeye fan, there's that fan that's known as Big Nut. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not into that stuff. Also, my football team sucks, so I'm nothing to cheer for. And also, thanks to Ron Miller Race Cars up there in Lambertville, Michigan, 734-856-7223 for race cars, parts, safety equipment, service, everything a racer needs. Anything going on special this week?
Just me.
Just you. Come on, say hi to Ron.
I've been told that I'm special, so.
Oh, jeez. Your racing roundup for this past week, and again, Jerry, unfortunately, unable to join us tonight, so we're going old school, just Ron and I for
I wonder
change.
if he's watching.
He might be. probably. I suppose I should turn the comments on so I can see what people are actually saying. Congratulations, Ron. What did you do? Oh, and Dean does say that the Big Nut Burger is still there at Big D's. So
All right.
Why are we congratulating you? Why is Chris Mize congratulating you? I don't even want to know.
Out of the loop?
I don't want to know. I don't know.
No. It's really good. Actually, it's very, very flattering.
Okay. Sure. What is it?
Maybe Chris Mize can make the announcement. I don't want to do it myself.
This does have to do with racing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sure. Well, he's about 30 seconds behind, and then I'll have to type. So there's a little bit of delay there. We'll go through our racing roundup. The Wild Wing Shootout at Arizona Speedway was this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Buddy Kofoid, our guest coming up in just a few minutes, he led all 30 laps Friday night, and he fended off a late challenge from 10-time World of Outlaw champion Donnie Schatz. Kofoid will make it 2 in a row, pocketing $10,000 after Saturday's 35-lap feature win. And then Sunday, Smoke, Tony Stewart, he set a new track record and went on to win the finale of the Wild Wing Shootout after leading all 35 laps on Sunday.
How much did he pay himself for winning?
I don't know. You were inducted into the Hall of Fame, Sandusky Speedway Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations! I did not know that.
Thank you. You're usually in the loop on all that stuff.
I know. Well, yeah, Doug let me out of the loop on this one. When did this happen?
I think I just found out yesterday.
Okay. It's a big news.
First of all, I was stunned, and second of all, I was very honored. To be recognized for going out and having fun for, I don't know, 20 or 25 shows that we've put on over there. I'm speechless on that. I really am. And it takes a lot to make Ron Miller speechless.
Is there some kind of ceremony they have for this?
I think we've had it. I don't know.
You think we've had it? I want to hear your induction speech. Or was that it right there?
Okay.
All right. Moving on, Lucas Oil.
Big D's Pizza.
Big D's Pizza? It's a Big D's Pizza party when we can have one of those again.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in.
Count me in too. I'm sure Jerry will be in too. 15 hangover wins. Well deserved. We'll have the ceremony during the High Miler. So what's that, October? Got to wait till the end of the year. Okay. Lucas Oil late models were in action. Kyle Larson won Saturday's season opener at Alltech Raceway with Devin Moran, who is our guest next week. And I believe we have Buddy Kofoid calling in here. So let's do this. Hammer Down Racing Report.
I think we're going to have to do the rest of Racing Roundup later.
Hey, buddy. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Oh, okay. There you are. All right. So cool. I like it when things work. Yeah, we'll get back to the Lucas Oil late models here. We'll talk to our guest tonight, Buddy Kofoid. Where you at? Anyways, are you in Arizona or are you back in California tonight?
In Indiana right now. I've been living here since probably April of last year. So
okay.
In Indiana right now.
Whereabouts in Indiana? You don't have to give me an exact address. Just, what region?
I'm in Columbus, so just south of Indianapolis.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, first off, I want to say congratulations on the wins last weekend at Arizona Speedway.
Thank you.
Wild Wing Shootout. How big were those wins?
It was really big. I obviously have high expectations on myself going into a weekend, but I knew it was going to be pretty tough, racing against those guys. And the Reinbold Underwood team is, they don't get to pull out the wings very often. So to win back-to-back, and even though we had a mechanical failure on Sunday, to still, had really good speed up until that point, I was pretty proud of our performance. So, it's all those guys there, 80% of them, they were really, really good. So it was pretty cool to do that.
And what about the other 20%?
I mean, they're still good too. So I think some of those guys are maybe more on the local level, but it seemed like 75 to 80%. The guys that I said, those are the big names that travel a lot. The ones that so it was really cool.
Now, you've been racing against big names for a couple of years now. I mean, does that even faze you anymore to see, like Donnie Schatz right behind you and race with some of these big name guys?
Yeah, sometimes. I guess it depends on maybe how.
Uh-oh. You still there?
Buddy, come back.
Donnie is definitely one of the best, but I knew the speed that we had, and I knew that if we got the car set up right and if we had a good starting position, we'd be pretty tough.
Okay. Now, you've driven pretty much everything at this point, and I want to talk about the Silver Crown thing, but first let's go back to a couple of weeks ago, the Chili Bowl, and you made the feature, and then you had a little bit of an issue. What happened in the feature there?
Yeah, so we made the show again, so that was really proud to do that back to back. But we started 8th. I was probably up to 6th or 7th, and we were just too tight for that race. We thought the track was going to play out a little bit different, but it stayed, fairly low. It didn't move up a lot, and we were just a little tight in the cushion. But I was right behind someone and got the car a little bit, so we couldn't get back out. But to make the show again that's just special in itself. Wish it would have ended a little bit better, but we'll try again next year.
Well, heck, just making the show is a pretty huge achievement. So I mean, what is that whole experience like to run the Chili Bowl Nationals?
It's crazy. It's there's just cars shuffling in and out, and you practice Monday, and I go Thursday on my prelim night, and then you got 2 or 3 days off where you're just kind of itching to get back in, but also, nerves are building up. So, and you got roughly 60, 70 cars on your prelim night, trying to get into 2 spots. So, it's hectic, but it's a lot of fun. And if, things can go really smooth or it could go really rough. So, luckily the past couple of years has gone pretty smooth so far.
Now, do you think if you wouldn't have had that issue during the A main there, that you would have had anything for Kyle Larson?
I don't know. We're struggling kind of with being too tight and late over on the right rear kind of a lot of the week. And, we're good enough maybe for top 5, top 4, but it's hard to tell. I think there's maybe 20 or so laps left, maybe a little bit less, but I think definitely good enough for top 5.
Scott, I'd like to ask Buddy, obviously during that race, during that week, there's a lot of downtime. During that downtime, did you get to do any, try to make some connections with some people that can help your career?
A lot of it's, especially with COVID, not, a lot of people were able to go. So that made it a little tough, but, there's definitely a lot of names that are there, and there's some people from the KCAM camp and with Toyota, that we're able to go and, hang out with and talk, but I was there 8:30 and 9 o'clock every morning, all the way to when the building shut down, watching the races. So, like I said, COVID made it a little tough because not a lot of people, got to go, but I definitely, you get to see a lot of the key players in the sport. So that makes it a lot of fun.
How
Sure.
different? Go ahead, Ron.
No, it's up to you.
How different was the Chili Bowl this year with the COVID restrictions and the limited fans compared to last year?
A lot of it felt normal just from a racing standpoint because there's still a lot of cars and and the way everything flows and the way everything works felt normal. But if you're looking back, kind of look in the stands or sometimes in the pits, it's maybe not as crowded as it usually is towards the end of the week. But so that part was definitely different. But as far as, the race wise, everything, once you get in the car, everything feels, to me, it felt pretty normal.
Okay. You got a ride lined up for next year's Chili Bowl?
I don't know. Hopefully still with KKM. It's a little far out right now, but we'll see. Hopefully. I'd love to do it with them again.
All right, let's talk about this announcement that just came out the other day. How'd this deal with Chris Dyson Racing come about to run the dirt portion of the USAC Silver Crown series?
Yes, I've been wanting to get in a Silver Crown car for a while. Been seeing, Kirk Spridgen, with USAC, seeing him quite a bit, obviously in the midget side. We got to talking a little bit, and I ended up getting his phone number, or Shawn Michaels' phone number, who's kind of the crew chief and wrenches on that team. Got to talking through him and decided to just kind of put the Silver Crown deal together. And, out of that came the non-ring stuff for Florida as of right now. So I'm excited for that. And like I said, been wanting to do it for a couple years now.
So what's the draw for Silver Crown for you?
Just something completely different and just new. Just a different animal, and also obviously it's just a bigger car and longer races, big tracks. So, it's just something, just like I said, completely different and new to me. And I always like a new challenge and being able to get in new stuff.
Is there one track that you're looking forward to maybe more than the others?
I don't know. Some of the mile tracks do obviously all look kind of fun, but I'm looking forward to Eldora. I think that would be pretty fun in a Silver Crown car.
Buddy, do you see Silver Crown as a pathway to anywhere, or is it kind of a goal just to be there?
I guess it could be a little bit of both, but right now for me, the midgets is my main focus. With KKM and chasing the championship, but also with Toyota Racing, that's all our main focus is that and the championship. So, and that's what Toyota obviously looks at, and that's what they help me out with right now. But the Silver Crown thing, a lot of it is just I've been wanting to do it for a while and got a really good opportunity for it.
So you are still going to be running the midgets then this year?
Yeah, I'll be running the midgets full time.
Excellent. Now you're only doing the dirt races for the Silver Crown. Why not the whole series and do the asphalt as well?
They wanted to do dirt right now, and a part of me is okay with that. But it'd be cool to try it on pavement. But they just wanted to stick to the dirt. But obviously, I haven't really even looked at the schedule for the pavement side. But it's just there's a lot going on with the midgets this year too, where it could be hard to get away for some of the extra stuff like that. So we're just trying to hit as many dirt races as we can.
They wrap up the season at Toledo Speedway. That's why I was wondering. I figured that'd be kind of a fun track to drive a Silver Crown. Well, really any car around.
Yeah. I got to watch their 2019 with the Linders, so we got to go watch all that. So that was pretty cool to see.
Have you done any asphalt racing?
I have not, no.
Okay. You ought to come out to the hangover race at Sandusky Speedway on New Year's Day sometime. It's sort of
that'd be
asphalt
cool.
Racing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hopefully get into it pretty soon. So that's what I'm working for.
Ron could teach you a thing or two. Do you feel that winning the championship back in 2019 at Fremont Speedway? It seems like it was longer than that, but that was just a couple of years ago. Do you feel that winning that championship there at Fremont Speedway, opened doors to new opportunities for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously winning any championship certainly doesn't hurt, and it's nice little feather to put in your cap. But I think a lot of it was coming from California. To coming out to the Midwest is a big step, and that's there's a lot of eyes out here, and so many different car owners and tracks, and this is kind of the hub for dirt racing out here. And so I think me just kind of coming out here and being able to run well, more people is able to watch, and I think that kind of helped open the door for getting into the KKM midget.
Are we any chance we might see you back in a sprint car at Fremont or Attica sometime this summer?
I hope so. It's just, the midget schedule is really thick this year with USAC and Power Ride. There's roughly 40 each. So, it'll be pretty busy, but, the Ray Brooks racing guys and the Linders are putting together really nice cars. So hopefully I can get in as much as I can.
How many shows are you looking at getting in this year, buddy?
I would have to guess around 80 to 90, 95.
Oh my.
Yeah, it'll be a lot. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Do you ever go on vacation? Or is racing your vacation?
When I go to Australia or New Zealand, that was about as close as it would get. But I was there to race.
Did you get?
So, no, I've never been on a proper vacation.
You didn't get down under this year, did you? That's probably not with all the travel restrictions and stuff.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to make it. So hopefully next year.
Their COVID restrictions in Australia are really tight.
Yeah, I think it's worked out pretty good for them.
Oh,
even New Zealand too. I don't think they've got really much of an issue down there.
Nothing. Virtually nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's not talk. I don't want to talk about that. That makes me depressed. Now, you've had a lot of success, and you've driven in a lot of different classes, and you still seem so humble. When do you think you're going to get an ego and, get that some kind of, an attitude of like maybe a Scott Bloomquist kind of thing, or, I'm the crap, man. Is that going to happen, or is that just not your personality?
No, I don't think that's just who I am. Whether it comes off cocky or not, I don't really like the feeling of, maybe coming off that way. So I just try and just kind of stay to myself, or just, humble, like I said. And, I don't know, I could respect that. So I just try and be like that myself.
Scott, motorsports has a way of humbling people when they think they're doing really well. Motorsports just kind of gives you a reality check.
Yeah, it can bite you.
Have you had any confrontations with any other drivers?
No, not really. I've tried to always stand clear of that, and just by trying to drive as clean as I can, and just but still being aggressive enough to hopefully just earn their respect through that way. I've never really had an issue with any of that.
And nobody's tried to rough you up a little bit on the track, anything like that?
I off the top of my head, I don't know. I mean, I guess you'll run into it sometimes, but I don't know. The midgets are a little bit more rough, and it's a different kind of aggressive compared to the wing car. So I guess it kind of opens up more opportunities for that. But I've never really had anything for that. So.
Do you prefer running the midgets as compared to? Do you have a favorite between like a midget sprint car and non-wing sprint car?
No, not really. I like doing just everything.
If it's got wheels and goes fast, you like it.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I will say that wing sprint car feels like home because I've done it for so long. At least it feels like a long time compared to the midgets. But I like the midgets because it's still kind of new for me. But the sprint cars there's definitely nothing really like a wing 410. But I enjoy it all.
So what I mean, this year it's Silver Crown. I know this is probably way looking ahead, but next year, I mean, what do you see yourself doing next year? You maybe looking for a different kind of class to run, maybe move up to one of the major series? Well, I mean, USAC is major, but I mean more like a NASCAR or an IndyCar, something like that. Where's Buddy? Where's Buddy going?
So my dream and my goal, since I started racing, or since as long as I can remember, has always been to be able to make it to Cup and NASCAR. So hopefully next year I can, I'd love to be doing some serious pavement racing next year, but still be able to do some dirt stuff.
Like maybe ARCA.
Maybe, who knows? That would be, that'd be really cool. That's definitely a big step as to, hopefully moving up to the Cup Series for sure.
Now, if you did do that, if you did get a Cup Series ride, would you still, do like what Kyle Larson does, run, the sprint races, the Chili Bowl, all these dirt races?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you got,
that's
got to be in your
contract.
That's got to be in your contract.
He transitioned pretty well from dirt to pavement. He seems to do okay. Yeah, I think Buddy, you do all right too.
I think so.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely still try and sneak in as many dirt races as I can.
Any chance we'll see you at the any of the dirt races coming up at Bristol this year? But that's like a couple months now.
Probably not. No.
Would you like to though?
I think it would be definitely cool to try it because it's obviously at Bristol. It's a big fast track, so and they haven't raced there with a sprint car really at all. Only a couple of times, and I was probably only 1 or 2 years old the last time they did it. So, no, I think it would be really cool to do it.
Well, get a ride for that World of Outlaw show. I believe that's April, mid-April, something like that, early to mid-April. It's the weekend after the late models.
Yeah, we'll probably be deep into the midgets.
Oh, okay.
It could be, but no, I think we'll be deep in the midgets with that.
Well, maybe as a backup plan in case you get rained out or something.
Yeah. Yep.
So your next race coming up, is that going to be in the? Actually, I believe that you're going to run the Sprint Car Series, the USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car Series opener at Bubba Raceway Park on February 11th through the 13th. Is that your next event?
Well, we run the midgets the week before, actually.
Oh, okay.
So USAC midgets is next weekend, and then the weekend after that is I'll be in the sprint car.
Okay, so you're headed to Florida to do some racing here.
Oh yeah, yep. Get roughly 4 or 5 races in Florida, and to start the year. So that'd be really cool to get the outdoor season started.
And your first Silver Crown race is coming up May 27th, and that'll be the 66th running of the Hoosier 100 at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. So, I mean, is the car ready? What's the state of the Silver Crown operation at this point? And are you doing any hands-on stuff with that before that first race?
Well, I'd assume it's getting ready. Probably not 100% yet. To be honest with you, I don't know. They're located in Pennsylvania, but they do a really good job in getting all their stuff ready and build it to the best quality. So I'm sure a lot of it is together. So they're probably as it gets closer, we'll put the finishing touches on it.
Going for Rookie of the Year and the championship in the Silver Crown, or do you think that's a little ambitious?
We're just doing the dirt races, so I don't.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that was possible, Rookie of the Year would be really cool.
Well, if you win all those races, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
No pressure.
We'll see.
What kind of expectations does your team have? Or are there any at this point?
Well, there's definitely expectations no matter what. Do the best you can, but we haven't talked a lot about it. But I know it'll be tough, but I think it'd be really cool to win a race. But we'll just have to see what happens. Hopefully, just have good consistency and be able to just run up front would be huge.
When did you first come to this to the Northwest Ohio area running sprint cars? What year was that?
I ran a handful of races for Ed Newmeister the middle end of 2018.
18. Okay, so that was after the last time Millstream Speedway in Findlay ran. So you're going to have to come back sometime this summer because Millstream Speedway in Findlay, I don't know if you're familiar with it or have heard stories about it, but it's coming back to life, and they're going to be running some sprint shows. I don't have any dates yet, but hopefully something will work out in your schedule.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I've heard a lot about it and watched a lot of videos, but I knew that they weren't really racing, so looks like a cool joint would be, if it's possible, it would be nice to even get down there, but it's hard to tell right now with midgets, it's just so busy.
Well, you're only running 80, 90 races. It's no big deal. You got
a couple more, yeah?
You got 365 days in a year, so that's less than half the year.
Yeah, that's true.
Not including travel. Travel doesn't count. Well, I don't remember if you went on to win your next race last time you were on the show, but hopefully it's not really a curse, hex. It's like a good thing. What's the opposite of a hex and a curse? A blessing?
No.
The Hammer Down Racing Report blessing. Hopefully that'll get you your first win. Coming up, that's like not that long from now. When are you heading down to Florida then?
I believe Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
So
get out of
pretty
this
close.
Cold crap. I think it's supposed to snow this weekend, so
hopefully it's snowing here. Or there is snow here right now. So coming from California, it's a little different seeing all this white stuff on the ground.
Yeah. And the older you get, the less fun it is, unless you're going to race the hangover race at Sandusky Speedway. Other than that, it doesn't need to snow at all. So
no, it's not a lot of fun right now. It's all cold and hard to drive on sometimes.
Well,
but
being a dirt track racer, it should be easy for you, right?
Well, I drove home from the shop and it was snowing, and it's you just cruising slow and you feel it break free, and it's kind of unnerving a little bit. It's different.
It's like if you're out on the dirt and it starts to rain.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I feel more. I feel more in control.
Front-wheel drive car.
I got a truck, but it's even then a big, heavy truck. You feel it slide, going straight. It's a little different than being in a race car. But
well, you practice at it.
Something else. Track before, just show off a little with your truck.
It's definitely something else.
Have you found an empty parking lot and done some donuts yet? That's something we do in the Midwest in the winter.
No, I like my truck too much to do that.
Well, go borrow a friend's old truck or something. And if you do,
I feel bad that it's sitting outside right now.
And if you do, you can do donuts in a front-wheel drive car. You just got to go in reverse.
Yeah. I think a friend of mine's tried that, but yeah.
We're being a bad influence on you. I apologize. Well, good luck down in Florida, and definitely be cool just checking you out and seeing how you do in that Silver Crown series this year.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys having me on the show. It should be a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to some of the new stuff I get to do this year.
Okay. Got some questions here in our comments, I guess, before we let you go. Brandon wants to know if you're going to come to Fremont Speedway for the All-Star race, or any of. I guess there's a few All-Stars there.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a possibility, yeah.
It's a possibility. Excellent. Are you getting any other All-Star dates on your schedule, or even some World of Outlaw dates, or is that? To
be honest with you, I don't have a lot of wing stuff marked down right now.
Okay. But it could happen.
Yeah. I mean, it happened a handful of times last year, so I guess it's possible that it can happen this year for sure. At least that's what I'm trying to, get as many wing shows in as I can this year.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing you winged, non-winged, or midget, whatever you're running. Go-karts, your truck out in the snow, whatever.
Yeah.
We had a guest on a few weeks ago talking about ice racing, sprints on ice up in New Hampshire.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Is that something you'd be interested in doing?
I guess I would try it if I was ever up there just for fun one day.
Well, they're going to start a series up in Michigan, the Great Lakes Super Series, or Great Lakes Sprints are going to start a series up there on the ice next year.
Huh.
So something
Good way
maybe
to fill
just,
up the off-season.
That'd be interesting to see for sure.
yeah.
Keep you in shape. Fill up the off season.
Well, he's from California though too, so that's got to be cold as heck.
Yeah, no, it's cold here.
Well, just
30 degrees is cold.
Well, think about being on the ice. It's under 30, and you're getting sprayed with it's. I guess it's like a snow cone.
I mean, at least you got a suit on, and that kind of your adrenaline keeps you warm.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and they do have like plexiglass they put in front of you there with a windshield wiper so you can see. That would be weird.
Huh. Yeah, that'd be different.
All right,
At least
buddy.
you don't have to worry about mud sticking to it.
That's true. Yeah. You're just being a whiteout. Well, you don't have to worry about that down in Florida. And again, wish you luck down there and for the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. See you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Buddy Kofoid, your 2020 Rookie of the Year in the USAC National Midgets and 2019 Fremont Speedway 410 Sprint Champion, Chili Bowl competitor. He's done it all. He got the wins at the Wild Wing Shootout this past weekend in Arizona. Tony Stewart picking up the victory on Sunday in that. So I think there's big. We'll see him in NASCAR. He's on his way.
We're going to have to find a Longhorn chassis, really good late model for Buddy to see if he can be as good as Larson.
Okay, work on that.
Be a test.
Well, I think he's probably not up to Larson
I'll bet he
standards
is.
yet, but he's close, and Larson's got years on him, but he's got time.
One thing you can guarantee, Scott, if Larson gets in a race car, it's first class equipment.
That's true.
And that makes a huge difference.
And if Buddy keeps with the success, he's going to have first class offers coming to him.
You bet.
Speaking of Kyle Larson, we started talking about this. He ran the opener for the Lucas Oil late models last weekend, Saturday. The opener at Alltech Raceway, and he ended up picking up the win there with Devin Moran finishing in second. Devin Moran will be our guest next week on the show. Hudson O'Neill won Monday's Risco Industries 45th Annual Winter Nationals at East Bay Raceway Park. It was his 8th career Lucas Oil Series win. Tyler Erb won on Tuesday at East Bay. They're there all week. After a late race pass on Brandon Overton, last night's action, Wednesday night that was interrupted by rain during the second B main. So tonight's event scheduled to go on as planned, and then after the feature is going to be a break. Then the conclusion of last night's race will be run. Series continues at East Bay Raceway Park through Saturday nights, and they're off on Sunday. Then they move to Bubba Raceway Park in Ocala, Florida, on Monday and Tuesday, February 1st and 2nd. All the races you can stream for free on Lucas Oil Racing TV and on their Facebook page through the end of February. So as soon as we're done here, you can sign off and head on over there. Make sure to like us, though, before you leave.
Please, yeah.
And then go check out the Lucas Oil Racing.
Scott, you mentioned Risco Industries was a sponsor of night number 2. What's Risco Industries' connection to motorsports?
I don't know, Ron. What is it?
Oh, they are a major aluminum panel supplier. Dirt late models keep those folks in business.
Is that your supplier?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I have some Risco sheet metal on my car?
Absolutely.
Fremont Speedway has announced their schedule for 2021. I'm still in 2020. I don't know why. 70th anniversary season for Fremont Speedway will feature 20 events in 2021 with appearances by the Ollie's Bargain Outlet All-Star Circuit of Champions, the TI-22 Performance Fast Series, the NPD Buckeye Outlaw Sprint Series, and the third season of the Kistler Racing Products All-Pro Aluminum Cylinder Heads Attica Fremont Championship Series, otherwise known as the AFCS. 305 sprints will compete in 16 events, with the dirt trucks battling in 16 events as well. It all kicks off April 24th with the Fort Ball Pizza Palace 410 sprints, the Fremont Federal Credit Union 305 sprints, the Burmeister Trophy dirt trucks, all three classes there on the, is that the last Saturday in April? 7, that'd be 31. There's only 30. Yeah, so that'd be the last Saturday in April, 24th. I did math. See that? There's no April 31st, so.
You're amazing, Scott.
I know.
Yeah.
The Ollie's Bargain Outlet All-Star Circuit Champions season kicks off tomorrow night and continuing on Saturday, 29th and 30th at Screven Motor Speedway in Sylvania, Georgia. The series then moves to East Bay Raceway Park in Tampa on Monday and Tuesday. Finishes up at Volusia Speedway Park on Wednesday and Thursday. And keep in mind the All-Star Circuit of Champions, because they have to do with how you're going to win a Big D's Pizza tonight. Tonight's how many. Yeah. Start of the NTT IndyCar Series schedule is getting moved back another week, but this time it's not because of COVID. Can you guess why, Ron?
No, tell me, Scott.
Well, it's because so that NBC can broadcast the event on network television. It's been moved from April 11th to April 18th. That's the race at Barber Motorsports Park. The Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama was originally scheduled for NBCSN on April 11th. So, and we got some news about NBCSN, but so
right,
being moved to broadcast instead of just on cable. And speaking of NBCSN, it's going bye-bye.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
It's leaving us, and that's a shame. You know, they've done a pretty good job.
And there's hockey
on
it,
they've done
too.
a real good job.
It's got two of my favorite sports, racing and hockey. But NBC's pulling the plug on NBC Sports Network at the conclusion of the year, according to an internal memo sent to NBC staff members on Friday. The decision to close down NBCSN at the end of the year means some motorsports events will ultimately be moved over to Peacock. That's their streaming service that they introduced, last summer, I believe it was? With their big push on that was the Saved by the Bell reboot.
Okay.
So that means for this season, many of the NASCAR, IndyCar, and IMSA contests will continue to be televised by both NBC and NBCSN. Some will be moved to USA Network, which is owned by NBC, and, of course, the Peacock streaming deal. NASCAR's current television contract with NBC runs through 2024, but states NASCAR cannot be behind a paywall, so any streaming would have to be free. So if it is on Peacock, it will be at the free tier. You won't have to pay for anything. So I guess that's good.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the things are still going to be on. Is this going to be on different networks now?
You're going to have to look for them.
Yeah, it's going to be... Remember the old days of NASCAR when you weren't sure if it was going to be on TNN or TNT or... Did USA even? I think USA may have had some races, or if it was going to be on CBS or ABC.
Outdoor Channel? Was it Outdoor Channel?
I think that's what TNN turned into, yeah. And then they had networks changing names and Versus, and, well, NBCSN used to be Versus, but anyway. So we may be getting back into that kind of a thing. Currently, Fox and NBC, they split the NASCAR season. So Fox has the beginning, Daytona through whatever, and then NBC picks up the end, or at least their networks. So Fox and FS1 and NBC and NBCSN. So there you go. Attica Raceway Park plans to increase seating capacity this year. With 2 World of Outlaw and 5 All-Star Circuit of Champion events, promoter John Boers feels more seating is necessary. So they're going to add 7 more rows to the top of sections A, B, and C in Turn 1, and sections H, I, and J just north of the flag stand. Plans are to have the new aluminum bleachers in place by opening night. So that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Increasing seating capacity, and I'm guessing that there's probably is going to still be some restrictions in place as far as your percentage of capacity that will be allowed. So if your capacity increases, obviously your number of people you can have will increase.
Right.
So good thinking. Dirt Car Summer Nationals have finally released their official schedule. That came out earlier this week. We talked a little bit about that last week. 30 dates over an 8-week period. It starts June 15th at Brownstown and ends at Merritt on August 21st. It's going to be similar to what they did last year, where it's going to be like 2 legs, I guess you could say, of the event. There'll be a 2-week break in the middle, and some of the dates on the schedule include, of course, Oakshade Raceway, as we mentioned, July 17th, with Thunderbird in Muskegon, Michigan, and Hartford preceding that on Thursday and Friday before the Oakshade day.
Isn't Plymouth also just before? Was it Hartford? I think
It might have been. I didn't write down all the events there.
Plymouth is pretty close. So there's, I think, 8 races in
this area.
Our area, yeah.
There didn't used to be many in Michigan at all.
Right.
Now Michigan's getting a lot of these summer national dates because they got the second leg coming up August 19th through the 21st, and they're going to do Butler, I-96, Tri-City, and Merritt, and that's in that order. That's how the whole series will wrap up then at Merritt on the 21st.
You know, I think it could be a good thing for Oakshade being in that July date. And traditionally, the birthday race was held in July anyway. But depending on how the points shake out, sometimes the travelers just drop off.
Yeah.
Don't bother to come to the end of the deal. So being in July, they're going to be right in the middle of the mix. We could see some huge car counts at Oakshade.
Yeah, in the past, it's always been a worry. Some of the big names that are outside the top 5 are just like, I'm not going to make that swing. But It also helps having other races close leading up to it, too. So that it could be interesting. I'll be looking forward to that. Must-see racing officials have announced that the Engine Pro American Speed U.S. Nationals will shift from Lorain Raceway Park over near Cleveland to Kalamazoo Speedway up in Michigan. The event will remain on its previously scheduled weekend of May 28th and 29th. The concept of the event was to create a national winged sprint car event on pavement that will attract teams from across the country. That's why they kind of picked Memorial Day for that. The move to Kalamazoo Speedway is seen by many as an enhancement for the event because Kalamazoo Speedway is, I thought this was kind of a strange argument, relatively closer to the West Coast teams, for the West Coast teams. I mean, it is, but if you're coming from the West Coast, what's a few hours between Lorain and Kalamazoo? But anyways, it is closer, it's true. In addition, the Speedway has a larger seating capacity and, of course, a rich history of hosting high-profile open-wheel events. So I bet you our buddy's going to be running up there, whose name I can't think of right now. Damn it. I can't. Him and his nephew. What the heck's their name, Ron?
Who's that?
Never mind. I'll think. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name right now. Kyle Busch announced he was shutting down his super late model team. He's apparently too busy with his commitments to his sport drink and everything else going on in his world. So I know that upsets you, doesn't it, Ron?
Not a bit.
Okay.
Not even a little.
So Bubba Wallace has been recognized as the overall 2020 winner of the NMPA Pocono Spirit Award for his advocacy in helping make NASCAR a more diverse and inclusive sport. Also, he's going to be participating in this weekend's Pro Bowl celebration, playing Madden for a quarter of, I guess, what they're doing for this year's Pro Bowl, because they're not actually having a Pro Bowl, but they're going to play Madden. They have...
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I remember reading, I believe there's going to be 3 players from the NFC, 3 players from the AFC, and I don't remember who the other one is for the AFC, but Bubba is going to be the 4th for the NFC, and each player will play 1 quarter. So Bubba Wallace will
Okay.
play. So you can watch Bubba Wallace playing Madden. I believe that's
A
Sunday.
sim player, huh?
Sure. I guess I don't really know if I don't think we count Madden as a sim. Is there such thing as a football sim?
No, I don't know.
Hmm.
Somebody that plays those games is going to have to keep us informed.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a comment if Madden is a sim. It's a game. It's always been a game because you use a joystick. There's no, in sim racing, you're using steering wheels and a pedal and you're sitting in a seat. You're kind of doing the same thing. If it was sim football, you'd have to have like a whole football thing on and be running into stuff. And I don't see how that would even work.
We're getting in trouble here, Scott.
Uh-oh. All right. We're moving on. Why are we getting in trouble? Who are we getting in trouble by?
Oh, the gamers.
Oh. Okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I'll play it. I used to play Tecmo Super Bowl back when I was in college for hours instead of doing my reports and homework and stuff. My thumbs
When you were in
hurt.
college, they were playing Pong. Don't start.
No, that was you had that little ball on a rope on a stick and that was your video games. Anyway.
Bolo?
Sure, I guess that's what it is. Finally, Natalie Decker has apparently signed a NASCAR contract, according to a cryptic social media post yesterday. Did you happen to see this?
I didn't.
All right, I should have pulled that up. But yeah, on her Twitter, she had some pictures of her signing a contract, and it said NASCAR or something. I don't remember to that effect. Basically, leading people to believe that she signed some kind of contract with some. We don't know if it's trucks, Xfinity, or Cup. I'm thinking probably not Cup, but details are coming soon. It was a teaser, so I don't know what's going on there. And last I heard, she hadn't had anything lined up. And last year she had issues with her health, so she was in and out of races last year. And I believe she was supposed to run an IMSA race toward the end of the last year and had to bow out of that because she came down with COVID. So hopefully she's got her health issues worked out, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. As soon as we get more details, we'll let you know. So that's all the racing news I got. You got anything, Ron?
I got nothing, man.
Okay.
Been too busy building trucks.
Yeah, I'm going to move on. But if you want a truck, give Ron a call. There you go. Free plug. It's time for How Many. Last week's How Many was the number of the winning car in Saturday's Lucas Oil late model opener. And, it's July 24th is the High Miller. What's that?
I said, I know who won it.
I know who won it, too. And if you were listening to the show earlier, everybody else would know, too. We mentioned that earlier. It was Kyle Larson, who drives the number 6. So guess who picked 6 last week, Ron?
Oh, I know. It was me.
It was the guy that was inducted into the Hall of Fame. That you can attend the induction ceremony on Saturday, July 24th at the High Miler.
Ooh.
Wait, are you going to be, aren't you busy on Saturdays?
I don't know.
That could be
We'll have to work this one out.
Okay. As far as our online winner, we had two people that guessed number 6. So we're going to have to go to the Big D's Pizza Wheel to spin for a winner. Pull that up for you right now. The two that were on that, of course, John Young, Matt Swander, they both picked number 6. So here we go. Let's find out who wins that Big D's Pizza. Round and round it goes, and it looks like it's going to be John Young, who never wins any Big D's Pizza. Congratulations. You got yourself another Big D's Pizza. I should have turned the sound on because I'm hearing cheering and clapping and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyways, this week's How Many and your chance to win a Big D's Pizza is we're going to go with the winning car number again. Except this time we're doing Sprint's All-Star Circuit of Champions. They kick off their season tomorrow with their first race. So What's the car number that's going to win tomorrow?
14.
14. You're going with, is Tony actually running?
Hope so. I just picked him.
I guess you hope so. If you'd like to play along, go ahead and put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts, wherever, you can still get in on it. We'll let you enter up until noon on. No, we'll give you a little bit more time because we'll say 5 o'clock. How's that? 5 o'clock Friday night. So a little less than 12 hours. So if you download us...
What number are you going with, Scott? Come on,
I haven't picked one yet, have I? I'm going to go with 57. That's what I'm going with.
There you go.
And 14 seems to be a pretty popular pick. You're setting a trend there. So if you only get to guess once, don't guess more than once. So just put your guess in the comments. And then if somebody else guessed the same thing, it's okay. We got the Big D's Pizza Wheel to decide any tiebreakers. So
don't forget the 2 guesses wins you a black flag.
That's right. We got the black flag right here. And the correct guess could get you the checkered flag and a Big D's Pizza. Because you don't want this flag. That means something bad's happened. All right, I'm having too much fun with my little flag. Here's the other flags I didn't use. There you go. Thanks again to Gene Steele for the flags from vintage American race cars. An update on Millstream Speedway. Originally, they were going to have their schedule out by the end of this month.
January.
Yeah, that would be this month. And stop that. Unfortunately, obviously we had some issues with the Hangover 2 being rescheduled for February 20th, and then some family issues for promoter Scott Warner. He's kind of been busy taking care of some other things, so that schedule has not been released yet. It's being pushed back a little bit, but hopefully we'll have some more information either February 10th or 17th. I think were the possible dates that we should have some more information. So stay tuned for that. So we should have something before the Hangover race for Millstream. But again, the plan was to run, I think, every other weekend? Something like that?
Yeah, depending on how the dates fell.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Looking like probably a dozen shows on the schedule, give or take a couple.
And possibly ramping up to maybe an every weekend thing for 2022, seeing how things go this year.
We would hope crossed. So.
Yes. So as we mentioned, upcoming racing, Millstream Speedway Hangover 2 race featuring the whiskey stock, moonshine stock, and champagne stock. It's coming up Saturday, February 20th. That is, I'm going to guess, your first dirt track racing event of 2021 in Ohio. I could be wrong.
Sandusky was the first race of 2021.
I said dirt.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
At least in Northwest Ohio, it'll be the first race. And it won't be canceled because of snow, most likely not because of rain. It'll only be canceled if the track conditions are bad. Impassable, I believe, which is the whole reason it was postponed in the first place, because it would have been mud. Wouldn't have been a racing. It would have been... it wouldn't even been mud bog. It would have been a bunch of cars just rolling onto the track and getting stuck.
Yep.
That wouldn't have been fun. So, again, that's coming up on Saturday, February 20th. And we'll talk more about that when that date gets a little closer. And that's about going to do it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Thanks to associate producer Dave Kemmer, field correspondents Matt Swanner and Doug Dock. Congratulations again on the Hall of Fame thing. I didn't know about that. Nobody told me. I'm glad I listened to the show, so I found out about it.
Yeah, and you're usually in the loop on that stuff.
Usually.
Really surprised, man.
Well, I guess this time you were in the loop. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame. Is this? Do they actually have like a Hall of Fame, or is this?
I think so.
Okay. Cool. I want to visit this place then. We'll have to talk to Doug and Chris and find out some more about this. Because now we're going to have to change your name, too. Hall of Famer Ron Miller. What do you think?
I'm an inductee, I guess. Is it official until? That's
true. I guess, yeah. I guess you got to wait till the ceremony. Then we'll officially deem it. Next week on the show, Devin Moran, late model driver, sponsored by Big D's Pizza. Doing pretty good. Some pretty good finishes last weekend.
Oh, he's been doing very well.
Yeah.
That new ride suits him well.
So we'll talk to him, get him a win for his next race after he talks to us. Yes, it's official. Oh, I think that's the Hall of Fame thing.
All right.
So that's next Thursday night. Tune in 7 o'clock right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And, of course, you can always listen to us on demand anytime, any show. Make sure if you haven't listened to our talk with Kenny Wallace from a couple weeks ago, you do that. You can download it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, whatever, wherever you get them. I think I did a search on Audible, the audiobook site. Yeah, I was like, I wonder if we're on there because our RSS feed goes everywhere. And I searched for Hammer Down Racing Report on Audible, and we came up. So we're on Audible. There you go.
Cool. But if you watch us if you call it up on Facebook, you get to see our faces too.
There you go. And if you're confused by any of that, you can go to hammerdownracingreport.com, and there's a page that shows you all the places you can listen to us as well. And if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, joining our sponsors and supporting the show, information on that there also.
And it's very inexpensive.
So we did have a call this week for the Hammer Down hotline, but they hung up. They didn't leave a message. So if you want to be on the show for free and talk about whatever the hell you want, we'll play it back at the end. I proved that a few weeks ago, last time we had a Hammer Down hotline call. 419-318-3081. Again, for those of you listening on podcast, it's 419-318-3081. That number, again, is also on our website, hammerdownracingreport.com. So do that. Calls anytime. It's open 24 hours a day. But if you call like after 6 on next Thursday, it's probably not going to get on the show because I'm not going to have time to put it together.
Just leave a message.
That's all you can do. It doesn't actually ring anywhere. It's all automated. You don't have to talk to anybody. That's the best part. And you don't have to go through a whole menu of press 1 or press 2 for Spanish and, whatever.
Just wait for the beep.
There you go. Thanks again to our sponsors. Oak Shade Raceway, again, our presenting sponsor. Real Geese Silhouette Decoys. Check out realgeese.com. Millstream Speedway, millstreamspeedway.net. Big D's Pizza over there in Clyde. Give them a call, 419-547-1444. And Ron Miller Race Cars for all your Fremont dirt truck needs. 734-856-7223. Oh, he does other stuff, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like trailer repair, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out. Yeah. I just went through everything. So that's it. We're done. Let's get out of here.
It's
hopefully,
dinner.
Dinner's, is it there already? I didn't hear the dogs barking yet.
Nope. I haven't seen a porch light come on, so I think I'm still hungry.
And your phone didn't die?
No, I'm pretty cool. We're going to get this sorted out yet. We really will.
Well, hopefully Jerry will be back with us next week. And again, Devin Moran will be our guest. So make sure to tune in then and find out who also won Big D's Pizza. Plus, we'll also have all the latest racing news. All right, we're out.
Very good.
Good night.
See y'all next week.
Oh, wait. I'm hitting the wrong button. I need to hit this button. Okay. Hurry, let's do it again. Good night.
Hey, goodbye, all.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.